So if you've been collecting Masterpiece Transformers for the last couple of years, you're going to find out that some of the figures that last year collectors were clamoring for reissues are now available for sale right now. They're not just available for sale, but there's a lot of figures for Fanstoys available for sale, almost to the point that they're gaining shelf warmer status. Happy Friday, everybody. Today I want to talk to you about this crazy conundrum about all of these Fanstoys figures that seem to not be selling. It sounds like a good thing. It's actually a blessing, but it's also a burden. We're going to talk about this coming up. So over the past few years, I've watched these Fanstoys bugs, the Insecticons, specifically Forager and the gray-chested version of the other dude there, going for crazy amounts of money, $300, $400 per bug. And nowadays you can get them. They got reissued. So why are they not selling? All of a sudden they're out of favor and people aren't really excited about it. Well, some people are excited. Some people are happy to have them. But there's reasons why they're shelf warming. Seems like Apache was a $400 figure last year, pushing the $400 mark for what originally came out at between $130 and $160, depending where you bought it, but now pushing $400 on the secondary market. And now he's reissued, and now he's on sale at several places, and now the $220 price that they put him out at, or $209 or whatever, now you can find it for like $175. I know where you can find it for $175. Also, there's the Fanstoys Soar and Stomp. Now, Soar is available right now in stock at several places for different price points, and Stomp is up for pre-order at some, in stock at others, but still quite easy to get your hands on either one of these two figures without reverting to the secondary market. So the first reason why these are shelf warming, these are not moving very fast. We're not seeing them sell out in seconds, minutes, in less than a day. You have what seems to be months now, even after they come in. Well, the first reason is the price. See, a lot of people wanted these reissued so they could get the original price or close to it. And kind of what we were seeing for a while was you'd have the original price and then the reissue would be $20 to at a maximum $60 more than the original price. Now you're seeing some of these, and the bugs themselves originally came out for about $80. Now everyone's asking between $150, depending on which one, $250 per bug. You can get a whole set, the entire set of the Bad Cube version, for about the price of one Fanstoy. So yeah, Fanstoys is good. Is it worth triple what it costs to get these? And so that's kind of the questions that people are asking right now. Some of the things that people are looking at. Is it really worth buying either one Insecticon or the whole set of Insecticons? You can do the same thing. You could have two Fanstoys, or you can have an entire set of Bad Cube and an entire set of the MMC version. So the questions start coming up. Is it worth it? Just like looking at Soar and Stomp, $300 when they originally came out. My Soar was $185, so I don't know, other places charge more or less, whatever. But now you're looking at $100 more to $120 more than the initial release. And so that's kind of going different than what we would expect the reissue. We expect a reissue to be a good price, to get back to sort of close to the original price and the original release price, because they don't have to pay for new tooling. They don't have to pay for more design. They've done this, they've been there, they've done that, and they're just putting out a figure they've made multiple times already. So what's adding to this price increase? Well, there's the normal inflation. So like another $5 or $10 could be added for the normal inflation. And then we got kind of what we had last year, maybe another $5 or $10. But you're asking $50 to $100 to, yeah, $50 to $100 more per figure. It starts to not look very good. You know, it starts to be overpriced, and that has a plus and a minus. Guess what? These prices are outpricing the scalpers. So that really does sound good. You know, it's kind of great. We ended scalping. Fanstoys product is no longer ever going to get scalped again, because Fanstoys and the distributors have figured out how to end scalping of Fanstoys product forever, so that you can go straight to the distributor and buy it at the new secondary market scalp price. So everybody in this wants to get a bigger piece of the pie, and they want to get more from Fanstoys. They want more. Distributors want a little bit more, and you can see this. You can see that the prices have been artificially inflated at every single step of the way in every level, because now they're getting sales. These figures are being put on sale, not the Dinobots yet, but other ones are already put on sale. So what happens when you've outpriced the scalpers? Well, you've definitely outpriced your base market at that point. And so a lot of the problems are coming with the higher prices that the average person is jumping ship to something that's more affordable, or just quitting the game entirely. So a lot of this stuff is, I'm seeing people that are slowing down their MPs. They say they're becoming more selective. And when you're becoming more selective, you're not buying everything that's out there. And you're definitely not buying everything from one company just because, no matter the price or no matter the cost. So I really do believe that there's only a small percentage of the market of collectors that are willing to pay the higher rates for these figures. If a figure comes out at $100 and it sells for $300 a few years later, that's only a very small percentage. You can't look at 3 or 6 or 8 figures that sold on eBay for $600 and assume everybody is willing to pay $600. That's maybe 5% of the collectors are. So when you come out and you do a reissue and you expect everybody to pay almost scalper prices, not everybody's going to do that. Not everybody's going to come out of the woodwork paying crazy amounts of prices. They want it closer to a normal price or regular price and may jump to a competitor. So this leads into another point, and this point here is a big one. They more or less flooded the market. And you might say, yeah, how'd they flood the market? Maybe they put out 2,000, who knows? But they flooded the market. See, this is different than the past reissues from the last couple of years. The last couple of years were more or less held back stock. And this proves that those past couple of years of reissues were them just putting out held back stock, simply because when you turn your box around and you look at the production date on these, instead of it saying 2017, it says 2021. So for the first time in 2021, we actually have new figures showing up that say they were manufactured this year. And so that is proof in itself. That and the fact that they're not selling out in minutes, they're staying in stock, they're getting clearanced, or they're on sale temporarily, or whatever you want to call it, and more sales are to come, I believe. That is proof that they were holding back stock. So that starts to make me wonder, do they have 500 of each of these put away for 2024? Maybe. I really do need to move on from the held back stock conversation, because that's a whole other video, because this whole situation brings about so much evidence that that really was going on. And this proves it emphatically that it was going on. But moving on to this, why are there some random figures just kind of chilling out on shelves everywhere, easily to get in abundant amounts and quantities? Well, we're going to talk about this. The Quietest Tea was allegedly a reissue, and may still be a reissue, but the thing is over $300, and a lot of people don't want to pony up $300 for a $160 figure. Although it's a great figure, I don't know if people really want to pony up for it. You look at the Dune Rider, and that figure's a good figure also. And for $100, it was a great value. Now it's 50% higher for almost every place that still has it strangely back in stock for $150 instead of the $100 price point. So that figure's a good figure, but you can get one at any place that still has it for $150. Now, moving over to Spindrift 2.0. Spindrift 2.0 is just kind of like a sign of a failure from Fanstoys, and a lot of the Fanstoys collectors felt burned from the 1.0. They already moved on to a superior figure, which is that X-Transbots Neptune. It's the one that Fanstoys lost. They let it go. Well, they're even putting that one on sale occasionally, so you can get that one occasionally on sale. I do hear people say, well, they were allowed to make as many as they want. So what'd they make? 150,000 of this guy? I mean, he's on shelves everywhere for sale, and everyone says, well, they just had no limit quantity on production. No. I think it has a little bit more to do with getting burned by the 1.0 and finding a better option. Now, I did state that these reissues, the shelf warming of Fanstoys product, is a blessing for collectors. It's a big blessing for collectors. If you don't see this, then you might not see what's going on. These things are going to see some clearances in the upcoming months. Some of these figures we spoke about today are going to be in what they call their Black Friday sale, or their holiday sale, or this sale, or their Halloween sale. I don't know, whatever sale they come up with. they're going to be in some sales. They're going to be doing some markdowns. Some might sell out faster than others. The Stomp and the Soar, they actually might sell out. They might move through that quantity a little bit quicker than, say, the Insecticons. I think Insecticons are lower on most people's lists than Dinobots. Well, for sure, Dinobots are higher on most people's lists than Insecticons. So the silver lining to all this is that we may see some really good prices on these reissues coming up. Although we haven't seen the deals yet, or we've seen some, we may see some great deals going forward. So I would watch those, and of course, as soon as I see them or somebody tells me, I want to pass the information along to you. So as for the future of Fanstoys, it definitely is bright. Looking at all these figures that are on the way, they look great. There's some great figures coming up. The downside is they're ridiculously overpriced. And with all the competition that's out there from this trend and this pattern that we've seen from these reissues where they put them up at whatever price and then they put some on sale, hopefully we can see these at a better price. But currently all of these figures are sold out. And at all of these places, well, Chomp is still up for sale. Somehow Chomp came up with another batch for like $40 or $50 more than the first batch for pre-order. But when they come in stock, after the pre-orders are filled, we're going to see more come up. They're going to go up at a higher price than even the pre-orders, and then maybe they'll go on sale, maybe they'll sell out at ridiculous prices. But competition is good, and X-Transbots is coming out of the gate swinging hard. So what do you guys think about this shelf-warming conundrum that we have going on with Fanstoys? Do you think it's just because of the price is so high? Do you think it's because of their quantity? Do you see that this is what it looks like when a reissue has a full production run and wasn't just held back stock? Are you picking up any of these? Are you looking for the deals? Have you found the deals? Share those with me, of course. And are you looking forward to some of these upcoming pre-orders? Who thinks there's going to be some reveals at TFCon? I don't know. Like, subscribe. Country Hanger out.